Hi everybody, this is Everyday Commentary. This is a video overview of what is, simply put, one of the finest folders in the world. This is a CRKT Sebenza 21 Insingo blade shape with carbon fiber scales. And the Insingo blade shape is designed by the owner of Knife Art, and the Insingo blade shape with carbon fiber scales is a Knife Art exclusive. So if you want this knife, and you should want this knife, the only place to get it is Knife Art. So let me go through and sort of break down the knife for you. It's a Sebenza, and Sebenzas are great. It has a titanium frame lock, which it originated or popularized. It has the inset one screw double dip pocket clip, which is fabulous. It has the striking blue thumb stud, and then this scale is carbon fiber, and this is easily the nicest carbon fiber I've ever seen. It is just perfectly smooth. It has a matte finish. It's not glossy, but man, is it gorgeous. And it's full carbon fiber, no carbon fiber laminate, and the edges are smooth and perfect, not a stray fiber anywhere. And this knife has that classic Sebenza deployment. It's snappy, but not loose. It closes nicely. It is incredibly smooth, just incredibly smooth. And like so many of these guys out there that like these knives, they'll get it so like the knife will just fall shut. First of all, I find that kind of dangerous, and second of all, I don't think that that's necessarily the sign of greatness. There are great knives that fall shut, but that should not be the test. This is just absolutely wonderful. And the reality is, I did not really truly appreciate my first Sebenza, so having this in for review has given me a chance to go back and think about all the things that make a Sebenza great, and compare it to the knives that I've had since I've owned my first Sebenza, which has been probably sold at 3 years ago. And in that time, I've had knives that were significantly more expensive. Knives that were probably 10 times the price of the Sebenza. And the reality is, this knife is easily as good as the most expensive knife I've had in terms of performance. Now, the Sabi that I have is a really hard knife to find. It's been engraved, blah, blah, blah. So, it's not the piece of work, not the art piece that knife is. But if you're talking about performance, this knife is just the performer. And I actually have to say that I thought that the Insingo blade shape was going to be something that kind of bothered me, that it was going to be functional but not as pretty. And it is just better. It is better in every single way than the clip point. This blade shape, which is very similar to the blade shape of one of my favorite knives ever, which is this knife. The blade shapes are basically the same. Now the spines are a little different, but man, those blade shapes are similar. It is a great blade shape. It is the way you should get a Sebenza. If you're going to get a Sebenza, if you're going to get an Inkosi, and you have the chance to get the Insingo blade shape, just do it. This is the best version of the best knife. The CF cuts off almost a full ounce, so you're dealing with what is essentially a 2-ounce knife with a 3-inch blade, and it's got just an amazing amount of utility. The continuous curve blade shape is something that I've found really useful on fixed blades, and now that I've started paying attention, I find it really useful on folders. This is the blade shape. This is the blade shape to get and the knife to get. If you want to just go and buy a knife and thoughtlessly buy the best knife, just buy this knife. You will not be disappointed. You may not realize how great it is until you sort of do your journey around the knife world and come back. But once you do, you'll be like, these are damn good knives. Unlike the regular Sebenza, this knife comes with a lanyard bead. I'm not sure if that justifies the price increase so much as the carbon fiber and the blade shape, but I have found that this lanyard bead is quite nice. There's a little bit of grip to it, and you can sort of grab your finger fat falls into those ridges, and you pull it out of your pocket really nice. The reality is you do not appreciate a Sebenza until you've had your second Sebenza. This is a great, great knife. I'm going to put up reviews of it on a couple different places. I'll probably do it on All Outdoor first, and then I'll do a little bit more in-depth review on my site. Simply put, this is the Z06 of Sebenzas. If you wanted the best Corvette, you'd go buy a Z06. If you want the best Sebenza, you buy the carbon fiber Insingo version, because it is amazing. This has been a video overview of the Sebenza from Knife Art, and go on over there and take a look. It's just the best. It's the best version of the best knife. That's the easiest way to put it. Look for a review soon.